So I'm going to talk to you about my favourite character, and it's a comic book movie hero. Wait, is it here or is it up? Okay, so my favourite comic book hero is Superman. Okay, don't get angry, please do not get angry. It is my favourite. I've seen so many different movies and TV series, and I feel that Christopher Reeves is right, I don't know if you can see it, he's like yay high. Superman from 1978, and I feel that he brought two different personas, and that was Clark Kent and then you have Superman, and we saw the difference and they were represented perfectly. I really love the character, I really love his backstory. I am a comic book movie fan of Superman. Unfortunately, I have not read any of the comic books of Superman, Golden Age, Silver Age. I have not read any of them, unfortunately. I have one copy of The Death of Superman and I haven't read it, which is a shame really. I don't mean to. Please don't blame me. Don't blame me, don't blame me. Man of Steel. I feel that Superman in this movie is very depressed. So I'm going to talk about my feelings towards the Man of Steel. He is upset, he's lost, he's very distant and he's lonely, and on top of that he's very hollow. And I feel that Zack Snyder, Chris Terrio and David Goyer from Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman, he is just absolutely not being used or utilised in the best way. His action sequences are fantastic, CGI brilliant. I do feel that practical effects makes a whole lot of difference. And there's a particular scene, I know that the Christopher Reeves Superman in 1978 is very dated, but there is a time when Superman flies across an office full of women and he starts screaming, and I actually believe it. It didn't feel fake, it didn't feel superimposed, it wasn't over a green screen, it looked like it was in a studio. I love that way, I love the way that it's been done. The music score, the theme, the colour palette, the story structure you have, and adopted by the Kents, Martha Kent and Jonathan Kent. I almost forgotten them, but I didn't. Yes, and when his father dies, not his Kryptonian father, but when his father dies, his human father, he couldn't save him. When you have a heart attack or a stroke or whatever it is, and it's human nature, you can't save him. But with Zack Snyder's interpretation of Superman in Man of Steel, where he's in a tornado about to be taken and God knows the most horrible things will happen to him, he had every opportunity to save him and he didn't. But it just felt really odd because Jonathan Kent says do not save people. To say, okay, if you destroy Metropolis and you need to get rid of Zod, you know, it didn't feel true to how I see Superman, because I grew up on that character, and I felt that Superman,
trying to figure out who I want to be, I don't know how to fit in at school, I've got so many things that I want to do and help and have all these conflicting emotions about what my life should be.
And that's when I looked up Superman. He seemed like a massive positive role model, and also for the American society at that time. And it's a real shame that Zack Snyder went dark. It is like Batman v Superman. I was about to say Superman because Superman's my favourite. It's like Superman's dark. He's just not happy. He's not accepted by people of Metropolis or just around the world. And then you've got Batman, who is dark already. He's a dark character, and you have two dark characters and there's no light. And you've got Lex Luthor, and he's dark and there's no light. And Lex Luthor, oh my god, please don't get me into that person. Jesse Eisenberg, he's great. I think that Zack Snyder wanted him to be on the edge of Joker. He was more pointed towards Batman as one of his arch enemies, or one of his great. It just felt like it was directed for Batman instead of Superman. And for me, I was a bit disappointed. I think that Lex Luthor should have gone a bit older. But then again, if he was at the same age, I could see it because of Smallville. Michael Rosenbaum? I might have got that wrong. But with Tom Welling and Michael, they were able to he was slightly older than Tom Welling, but I think they're the same age in real life. And you could see it, you could really see it, that they're, it was good versus evil. And there was a particular scene where I think that really shaped a lot of What If, is when Lex Luthor just touched some flowers and they turn red and he's dripping in blood and everything, and then he becomes the president. Also the interaction with Amy Adams and Henry, I don't think it really worked. I think Margaret Kidder and Christopher Reeves, she's bubbly, slightly eccentric, wild, and you can see that because she was a city girl. And I felt that from Margaret Kidder's interpretation of Lois Lane, you can see it. She wanted to be the best reporter. She was, she was a chancer. She loves, going. She likes to take the risks. And I felt with this Lois in Batman v Superman, she felt very corporate, very corporate. She looked like she should be in Wall Street doing insurance or stockbroking or something like that. It was just really, you couldn't see her as a reporter or making any of those decisions. It just didn't feel right. And I felt that Perry White, Lawrence Fishburne
is brilliant.
He's great. He's absolutely great. I wish he had more in the scene, and I do feel that every time he's in the scene, it's like, yes, he grabbed it, he grabbed it, he grabbed it, he grabbed it.
And if directors don't understand what they want or how to address it or how to do it, they're going to fail miserably. They need to give Superman a bigger role. They need to flesh him out. He has so many characters that he can interact, but he only says a few words, and it's shocking. I don't understand. I really don't understand. And I feel the chemistry between Lois Lane and Amy Adams is not that good. It is not good. It's mild in comparison to Christopher Reeves in a big way. And I feel that with Brandon Booth and Kate Boswell, that was awful. That was absolutely horrendous. And I think it was one of Lex Luthor's his sidekick. She looked like a better Lois Lane. And I don't know her name again. Those are the things that I would like to see, and I think everybody else would like to see as well. So thank you for listening to my review. I have some more coming up.